NOSFERATU is the newest and most unexpected killer to come in Forsaken. Today, I will be explaining what his moveset is, whether it's balanced or not, and what strategy to use to maximize NOSFERATU's overall viability. Base stats. NOSFERATU has 1,700 HP, 110 stamina with 9.5 stamina per second usage, and 11 stamina recovered per second, and their move speed is 27.5. Overall, I'd say these are pretty balanced stats, other than the HP, which makes it so NOSFERATU is a bit hard to kill, but killing the killer isn't really the real point of the game. Also, NOSFERATU levitates, hiding his footsteps. Yeah, it doesn't do much. Lacerate. NOS does a 0.2 second windup, and then deals 24 damage with a hitbox latency of 0.25 seconds, and a range of 7.5 studs. It's a pretty good M1. Ascension and Dive. NOSFERATU does a short wind-up and then starts to fly in the air as a bat. You can fly around the map for around 10 seconds before having to dismount automatically. Of course though, you can dismount manually and that'll be called a dive. If you hit a player with dive, they will take 5 plus a certain amount of damage depending on the amount of time that you fell, dealing up to 35 damage in total. Hunter's Feast. NOSFERATU throws out a 5 damage projectile that can rebound once if you click the skill again, and it increases speed. It applies Oblivious and creatures 1 to Survivor, which means that they cannot hear your chase theme, and that they take more damage. It also gives NOSFERATU Invisibility 4 and Undeadable 1. Cataclysm. NOSFERATU dashes forward, creating a trail, and after the dash is done, he teleports back to the start of the path, and then the path explodes. The explosion deals 10 damage to everyone in it, and it leaves puddles, and each puddle will actually apply Bleeding 2 for 12 damage and Slowness 2 for 4 seconds. Bloodhook. NOS does a 0.9 second windup and then throws out a 115 stud long hook. It deals 15 damage initially, and if you hit a survivor at close range, you drag the survivor to you and deal 3 additional damage. Although if you hit a survivor from long range, you have to do a short minigame, and if you succeed, then you deal 20 additional damage, resulting in 35 damage total, and you apply Helpless and Slowness 3 to yourself for 4 seconds. But if the survivor escapes, NOSFERATU is inflicted with Helpless for 4 seconds. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk strategy. Generally, use NOSFERATU as a zoning killer. Cataclysm is a great way to do this, as you can block off different directions and routes. You can also use Bloodhook to catch up to survivors, or to just catch them while they're unprepared. Although you can also use Ascension like this as well. Speaking of Ascension, you should also use it to catch up to survivors and also just to find their locations, as well as trying to get the dive on them. Hunter's Feast is nothing really special. It doesn't really contribute to NOSFERATU's overall strategy. You can also use NOSFERATU as an ambush killer because of Bloodhook's large range and also Ascension's dive ability, because you can catch people off guard, and then you can ensure that they can't get away by using Cataclysm. Is NOSFERATU balanced? Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, like, each of his moves have a very daunting downside. Ascension and Dive, if you miss, then you get inflicted with Helpless and Slowness. Bloodhook, you also get the same disadvantage. Cataclysm, if you fail to hit it, it just is a big time waster, and Hunter's Feast is Hunter's Feast. It's just balanced as is. So, those are all my thoughts. I'll see you in the next one. My next video is going to be about the 1x rework.